Halflife house. My father's notes, posted by you, Flora, dead quiet, life in dread. My father handed me a folded page last night. Not an explanation, not a confession, just a page from his old journal. He said he never meant to show it to me. But after Bruno, after the motel, after the humming, he couldn't keep it to himself any longer. He looked smaller, somehow. Like the house had been affecting him too. I'm copying it here word for word. His handwriting trembles halfway through, like he wasn't sure he wanted to remember what he'd written. This is the journal contents. I never liked the way Stefan moved through this house. He walked like a tenant, not a guest. His hands knew where every tool was before I could offer. The way he lingered in the basement. Said he was fixing the pipes. The wrench never left his belt. Your mother said I was being paranoid. Said he was family. That I was looking for problems where there were none. But I remember one night too clearly to forget. It was 2014. You were away on that school trip. I woke up to metal on metal, faint and uneven. By the time I reached the garage, Stefan had a lantern burning low, sweat dripping down his face. He said he was looking for old screws, but the smell, it wasn't sweat. It was sharp metallic, like the air itself had been scorched. When I asked, he smiled that brittle smile of his and said the wiring down here was older than sin. The next morning I found the fuse box, open but untouched. What was new was the padlock on my tool cabinet. My lock, but not my doing. I told myself it wasn't worth the argument. Maybe that was the first mistake. 2 weeks before he left, I caught him standing barefoot in your room. No light on, just standing, ear pressed to the floorboards. When I asked what the duck he was doing, he laughed softly and said, "This house has its own heartbeat, you know. You just have to get quiet enough to hear it." That night, I didn't sleep. I lay awake listening, and I swear, beneath the creaks and pipes, I heard something pulsing, slow, patient, like it was waiting for me to notice. I'm writing this now because I think what's happening to you is connected to what I ignored back then. If Stefan brought something into this house, or woke something that was already here, it was my silence that gave him time to finish. Forgive me, son. I thought keeping peace was the same as keeping you safe. I see now it was neither. Forgive me, son, but I wanted to believe there was nothing wrong. Just a nightmare. That was all in the page. I don't know what scares me more, that he noticed Stefan's obsession that early, or that he heard the heartbeat too. Because lately, I've been hearing it again. It's stronger now. It doesn't fade when I move rooms. Last night, when I finished reading his journal out loud, the hum in the floorboards answered, and for half a second, I swear, it sounded almost like my father's breathing. Maybe this didn't start with me. Maybe the house has been listening for years, choosing who to answer next.